Ghanaian rapper Sarkodie, known in real life as Michael Osuado, has congratulated his colleagues who participated. The rapperholic noted his tight schedule made it impossible for him to attend the vigil. Sarkodie urged Ghanaians to join forces so they could push for an end to the current energy crisis. And talking about energy, there has been an upward review of most petroleum products by the National Petroleum Authority. The review was announced on Saturday, May 16 and took effect on Sunday, May 17. The new adjustment sees a 9% increment for most of the fuel products prices, and premium now sells at 333 Ghana cedis per litre from 3.05 Ghana cedis per litre, while kerosene also sees the same percentage increment from a previous 2.92 per litre to 3.19 Ghana cedis per litre. Diesel is also now selling at 3.24 Ghana cedis per litre from the initial 2.97 Ghana cedis per litre. Though there are no changes to the prices of RFO and premixed fuel, liquefied petroleum gas as LPG increased by 9% from 2.64 Ghana cedis per kilogram to 2.88 Ghana cedis per kilogram. Well, following this very increment in fuel prices, the flag bearer of the opposition New Patriotic Party, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has described President Mahama as insensitive following Saturday's announcement of an increment in petroleum prices. According to him, at a time when Ghanaians are reeling from the effects of 3 years of the energy crisis and resulting to the use of generators to produce power, a responsible government would rather ensure that the fuel which aids citizens and businesses to generate power would not receive an upward adjustment in its price. According to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the fortunes of the country have continued to dwindle under the leadership of the ruling NDC, with little or no hope left for the once hailed success story of Africa. He said, when President Kufuor left office, people were speaking of the country as Africa's success story, possessing a stable democracy and an economy on the rise. Within 6 years of its leaving office, Ghana has retrogressed, according to the statement. Ghanaians are suffering and experiencing difficulties never witnessed in the country's history. He made these comments when he was speaking to a section of Ghanaians in Cologne, Germany. The founder of the Christian Action Faith Ministry, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, has called on Ghanaians to stop complaining about the challenges facing the country and instead pray for the president. According to him, prayer is capable of resolving every difficult situation, regardless of the cause. He said, as is quoted, "Whatever you think the president is doing or not doing, if you pray for him and engage the hand of God can move some things." He added, whatever concerns you have, whether it is the president or the vice president or finance minister or the governor of the Bank of Ghana, just take it to prayer and stop arguing and talking. Just stop it and take it to prayer, the renowned charismatic preacher told his congregation on Sunday. We talk about some sub-regional news, and the ECOWAS Mediation and Security Council is encouraging 3 countries preparing to go to the polls this year in West Africa to learn from successful elections in the sub-region. Opening the 34th ordinary meeting of the ECOWAS Mediation and Security Council in Accra, the Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Minister said the precedent has already been set and member states only need to follow the peaceful and democratic steps of electing their governments.
2015 is a crucial year in the political life of 5 countries in the West African sub-region. Nigeria and Togo have already held their elections. Ivory Coast, Guinea and Burkina Faso are also preparing to go to the polls in October. With 3 more elections to go this year, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Hannah Tete, is encouraging the countries not to disappoint the sub-region and their respective citizens, but rather ensure the elections are peaceful. According to her, the spirit that governed previous elections should guard subsequent ones scheduled for later this year. She stressed the importance for citizens to choose their leaders in a manner that is free, fair, credible and transparent. Considering the past year has been challenging for especially member countries fighting terrorism, the minister called on Nigeria and Niger to double their efforts to quell insurgency in the sub-region. The Mediation and Security Council has been discussing amendments to the ECOWAS protocol on democracy and good governance in an effort to promote peace and security in the sub-region.
In some other news, specialists at the Children Eye Care Unit of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital are worried there's an increasing trend of children's eye incidents or accidents from schools. According to Dr. Sewakwa, corporal punishment in schools and the refusal of some parents to allow their children wear eyeglasses to correct their refractive eye problems are among many issues the unit has to battle with daily.
And being at the Children Center, Children Clinic, I want you to highlight some of the peculiar eye problems children have.
Okay. So for us here, one of the main problems we have congenital cataracts, when there's a whitening of the natural lens in the eye and it makes them blind, and that they need surgery to remove. We have cases like congenital glaucoma, where the pressure inside the eye increases, the eye gets a bit bigger than normal, sometimes it gets a bit white, and that can also lead to blindness if it's not tackled early enough. We have quite a number of cases of trauma where children are playing like children do, and somebody has a broomstick in a rubber band and fires it into another child's eye, or running around with a kebab stick or with a pencil or with a pen or a ruler or something. So these are things that we should be very careful of when we see our children, or even any random child on the street holding a broomstick, holding a piece of stick. Those things are very potential weapons that can harm another child or even themselves. Okay. One thing that we've seen quite a lot in recent times are teachers beating one child, and then the onlooking child, the cane hits their eye. Okay, and that can cause sometimes complete visual loss in that eye. So it's one of the things that I'm personally very passionate about, that there should be other forms of punishment, not just corporal punishment, to prevent these kinds of injuries from happening in our schools. Okay. Then of course we have refractive errors. And this is important because a lot of people think that children shouldn't wear glasses, okay? Mm-hmm. A lot of people find it strange when you see a child wearing glasses, but some children need their glasses. And if they don't get their glasses at an early enough age, sometimes it gets to the point where the vision is irreversibly damaged. And even if you give them glasses, it's difficult for them to see as well as they would have. So some very little children need glasses.
How do you feel without your glasses? When you go to class, tell me.
When I'm not with my glasses, I can't see correct on the board.
So what do you tell your teacher if you cannot see? Or how does your teacher help you to see?
My teacher helped me to sit at my friend's place and you go to my place.
Okay, so do you understand what's wrong with your eye? You don't know? You've not asked your doctor what's wrong with your eye?
No.
Really? You don't care to know?
I would love to know, but I don't know how to ask her.
Okay, so when we finish this one, you go and ask her, and I'm sure she will tell you what's wrong with your eye. When your friends who don't wear glasses see you, what do they say about your eye?
They start teasing me.
Really? Why do they tease you?
I don't know why they tease me all the time.
They don't wear glasses, and so they think yours is strange, or
they think I'm strange in the classroom. The only one in the school wearing glasses.
Did the doctor tell you that after some time you stop wearing it, or you're wearing it even when you grow?
He said when I grow up, it will go away.
Okay. Take a picture of me.
I'm not taking a picture, video.
Okay.
I guess the minds of the little one, as innocent as they are. And many childhood, some people like to look at art, others to like to buy it as well, but almost no one likes to overpay for art in our part of the world. The failure of successive governments to promote the fine arts industry continues to rob Ghana of the opportunity of raking in from the sector. In the following report, Joy News Ridwan Karim Dini Osman visited one of Ghana's premier art schools here in the capital and tells a story of resilience in an underdeveloped sector.
On the surface, it may appear that Ghana's fine art industry has taken a nosedive. But behind the scenes, the industry radiates with vibrancy. This is a fine art exhibition organized by some students of the Ghanata College of Arts and Designs. The students' love for country, African traditions and symbolism is depicted in artworks on display.
Nowadays in our Ghanaian countries, we are cutting the trees down very much, so I decided to portray this to tell our stories that when we build out more trees, when we are cutting, we should be building more trees so that it helps our environment to grow, to make serene, we get good air, and the sun is very scorchy because we cut more trees.
Okay, I call this the basics of soccer. The reason why I took this work is I realized there was a time that I wanted to play football, but when I went to the team, I went there with just a normal foot. So the coach asked me, if you want to play football, you need your boot. So he was just communicating to me for me to know that if only you want to play football, there are certain basics you cannot forgo. You have to stick to it.
The Ghanata College of Art and Designs has produced one of the lead designers for Giorgio Armani, Owusu Ankoma, and the most sought-after artist, Samuel Adukwe, who serves on the faculty of all the major academic art institutions of New York City and winner of several international awards. Yet, the institution has challenges.
There was a time the government, some of the officials came here that they wanted to close the school, and some of the students were very angry with that. They said the school was owing just 1,000 Ghana cedi.
These budding artists are hopeful Ghana's fine art industry would be able to match up to international standard, but their worry is the lack of attention by successive governments to the industry.
I think it's so hard for the artists in Ghana though, but actually we are selling. Most of the artists are selling. I think our paintings are not being patronized by normal Ghanaians. People from the outside, the art buyers and the art dealers come for them. I think it's so hard in Ghana with arts.
Lack of interest on the part of the general public is also harming the industry.
In Ghana, especially Africa, our parents, even my father told me that artists are not rich, so he will never let me do art.
Imagine the benefit of seeking, finding and developing multiple solutions to the myriad of problems facing our society today. These processes can be taught through art.
I think measures could be put in place, art festival, art schools, more art schools, and the high schools also are not being supported most. They should be supported, so they should have more art facilities that could help them do more so that people know more about the art. Even at your little age, you can even do art and sell it more.
And so the young artists are not only calling for empowerment, they are calling for infrastructure development, they are calling on government to deepen its support as far as the fine arts industry is concerned. And so with all of this, they are hoping that they would be able to take Ghana to the next level, perhaps a few years to come. Reporting for Joy News, Ridwan Karim Dini Osman.
Love art like me, and that's my colleague Ridwan. And we say congratulations for going there to do that very beautiful story. And I hope that all of us will be able to patronize arts by the various artists we have in our country. Artworks are beautiful, aren't they? Well, next we'll have to bring you how beautiful or not the weather will be for the next 24 hours and beyond.